Hello, my name is Kristen, and today I'm going to talk to you about my design choice that I used on my infographics. I will talk about my color choices that I made and the Gestalt principles that I had used. The first thing that I did was decide what colors I would use. I wanted to use bright colors because bright colors signify an energy that I wanted to have with my infographic. I chose a light blue background so that most of my stuff would stand out on the infographic. I also chose bright colors to bring more attention to each element in the infographic. I wanted to make sure that each element of the infographic would stand out on its own and that it wouldn't be lost into the background. And I used darker colors for each element so that way they also stood out into the background. The next thing that I did on my infographic was to organize it to where you read from the top to the bottom. This creates a continuation because we normally want to read from top to bottom. The information in the infographic also draws our attention to read from top to bottom. With the smaller information at the top going down into larger information, we will naturally go from top to bottom. The next thing that I did was use similarity. The first similarity that I used was using similar fonts. I used similar fonts on each of the banners, and I use similar fonts when providing more information on each of the sections. The next similarity that I use is by using ribbons or banners to designate each section. The information in each section is also similar. It shows how adults and children are similar to each other by showing the comparisons between the two. The next thing that I focused on was the close proximity of each item. I made sure that every item that pertained to one section stayed close together. I made sure that the adults and children stayed together and that each information had their information close together so that way they didn't get lost and the reader wouldn't be looking for where they belong. The final thing that I did on my infographic was provide a closure. The closure is at the very end of the infographic and it leads the readers to find more information on to get active. For the next time, I want to be able to use more graphics or explore the graphics in more depth. I also want to be able to use more colors. I was limited on some of the colors and wasn't able to use what I wanted. I had fun with this project and I look forward to doing more. I hope you have learned from the steps that I have shown when I created my own infographic, and you will be able to use those steps if you need to create one of your own. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.